Good morning, beautiful. I do really hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for October 18th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching this in time, this might be extremely relevant for you. And I really want you to check out the mini reads after this because all of it flows into each other, telling this really intricate storyline. All right, so while this is general collective, this is going to make sense to a small group of people. Something is happening in the collective energy right now where the past is making some sort of a reconnective resurrection or an attempt to do so. So do not be surprised if somebody who you had extreme ties with in the past or really emotional ties with in the past make an appearance and try to resurrect whatever the connection is. I think that it's very hasty. I also feel like there's a lot of promises, but I feel like it's not authentic promises. I think that it is done because whatever this energy is, it seems to have noticed that you have changed and moved on. And it's also this huge fear, I guess, of losing you as a whole. Now, whether or not you cut this energy completely out of your life, or whether it's just the distance, this person has been feeling that. And it's something that is striking a lot of fear into them. So I see a lot of hasty movement to try and connect with you. And I don't see that you're there anymore, like mentally, emotionally. I just see that you have graduated and moved on, and that you are ready for more. So while this person actually might be making a major resurrection in your life, this is not what you want. And I think that you have done the work and the self-awareness to get to a point of, I'm not there. Ugh. And I think that this is not to hurt anybody. And it's definitely not so you can hurt. But I see that you are probably going to be looking at this situation like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't get what I thought I wanted from this, because this was working from a different mindset. Now, I know that I'm talking this off the ear, but all right, let's get some cards. You are working from a very different mindset where I do feel like you have given so much of yourself, so many versions of yourself to people to have a sense of community, companionship, a sense of belonging. And I do feel like you have fit in, that you have belonged. But it's not where you belonged. It's where that mentality, mindset, and the experience had you at that time. I do feel like Spirit had forced you out of it. So why don't you want anymore? Because you have way too much going. You have way too much on your plate. And you have done way too much work to find your balance and rise above all of this, whatever it has brought you. It took you a very long time to find this sense of self. We have 2 twos right here. So this, what's coming into play, it really feels like it is closure that is going to benefit you. And I don't feel like you're doing this to hurt anybody. I feel like what's coming in that you ultimately say no to, it's going to sting a little bit for them, but that's not your fault and that's not your problem. And you can't prevent somebody's feelings from getting hurt. It is not your job to maintain those feelings. And I don't feel like you're being a tactless jerk in this. So what do we have here? Yeah. You're starting to open up to something new in life. And I think that you understand how karmic this situation was. All right, so I was asking, what are you opening up to? And we have Temperance. This is a major journey. And this is something that is blossoming and it involves happiness. And I think that all of your wisdom that you've accumulated through the experience of whatever this karmic situation was is truly leading you to the sun. So this is again for October 18th, 2021. Again, also timeless. That card is the Moon card. That card is all about rites of passage. It's about shadow work. It's about telepathy, psychic ability, and also a calling. So it's kind of interesting that it is falling on what I want to say is some sort of crazy moon energy. Hang on. I gotta look at this while I have you. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Full moon. I already have premium. Oh, so no, the full moon is not until the 20th. The 18th is, I already have it. I'm going to put down what the 18th is going to be all about. It's a bunch of trines happening, so a lot of karma playing out. But also, since it is a rite of passage and it is shadow work, it is very lunar energy that is going on. So whatever the shadow work, understand that this is something that has been a long time coming, and it has a lot of solar plexus. So it's something that really seems to be playing on the nerves. But the nerves, I feel like it is not something for you to own. It's the anticipation of whatever the karmic resurrection is. So also temperance is something that has been slowly evolving. It is tempered, taking time. All right, so give me more on this, Spirit. Yeah, you feel this. And I think the anticipation is, it is always the worst part in here, but the closure that you're getting, the worst of it is in your head. I think there is a sigh of relief in watching whoever this is walk away to either give you the distance or to give you your cord back, so there is no more attachment. I do feel like you've made the right decision in this, and this is what's going to really pivot this and change the direction of, I think, where everything has been going. This is the closure, so after this is the change. And there is a little bit of sadness with this. Maybe it's because you aren't that person anymore. Maybe it's because you can't be this person in their life anymore. But honestly, if you were to be this person, you would have kept yourself stuck. And I think part of you is mourning that lost aspect of yourself. I do feel like a part of you really loved that part of yourself, whether it was ignorance, that you don't know what you don't know, but you sure will find out. So I think that you miss not knowing certain things and having that sense of ignorance and innocence. I won't even say naive. I feel like that's so, I think that I hate the word naive, so I'm not going to use it. But I think that there is a sigh of relief in watching things walk away, because it's like you did it. It's like the final question on the exam, and it's like, I know that I passed this. I think the clouds are parting, and you kept it at a distance, and now it's like the skies are starting to clear, the water's starting to settle. Ooh, what's this? Well, another 5. So balance and change and closings are happening right now. Very cool. The Hierophant is talking about change in beliefs and writing your own rules, and a question of commitment. So yeah, you've been experiencing some breaks, and you've had to make some really hard decisions. But also, I feel like there's nothing more that needs to be shared in this particular ending. So you might actually not talk to this person for a while, which I feel is probably not a stress for you. But it's also clearing the slate and letting you write your own rules according to the life of... So, what do we need to know? What do you have to look forward to? Let's do this. All right. So, the Hierophant's in reverse. You took your key back. there's a lot of passion and security. I think your energy is back. I think that something clicked into place with the closure of this. Yeah. First off, you're getting rid of this massive feeling of stress that I think that you haven't been able to shake. Your back actually might be cracking like nothing else right now. And I also feel like it feels good. Like this isn't, you know, you're tweaking your back the wrong way. I feel like, and suddenly like you're sitting taller. Like everything feels a little bit stronger. I get this air of excitement about you. Okay. What do you need to know? Passionate new beginning, Tower moments in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. We have passionate new beginning, and I feel like there's a point to avoid the same disasters of the past. You're putting your wisdom into action now. I think that you have a major sense of control over this, and you honestly have the perfect communication skills for whatever is coming into play. And I actually feel like you're being heard, you're being validated, and I think that you are not only inspirational, but I think that there's a lot to be learned in this new situation, whatever it is, whether it's could be romantic, family, friends, you get the idea. Whatever the dynamic is, I think that this is one where you guys can really teach each other. And I think an important part of this is the communication. And I think that this is very well received between the parties involved in this. I think that there is a strike of intrigue, and I think there is a magneticness and something that is very alluring about this. And I think that all parties involved are trying to avoid a tower situation. I think that both or all parties involved may have experienced a lot of challenges and tower moments in a lot of the previous dynamics. So I think that this is, while this is great, we are going to take our time. We are going to do this right. We are going to do this the way that we want to do this. We are not going to subject ourselves to somebody else's whim of everything. I really see that this is extreme mindfulness and whatever this connection is coming into play. So I'm still being pulled to the right or wait. What are some things to watch out for? Because I don't want you to intellectualize everything so much that you lose the ability to feel in this. Yeah. Just what I said. Don't lose your passion. That's something to keep a mind out, or keep an eye out for. You have all the ways to make this work. Sometimes it's going to be important to let your passions really rule you in this. So this has to be part of the communication that's coming in, because I see that too much control makes everything unstable. There has to be a balance that is struck. And I think that this is, again, going to be the mindfulness coming into play. There is a time for passion. There is a time for work. I see that there is an emotional instability, so a lot of triggers are going to be happening in this, and I think this is, again, where the mindfulness is coming into play, because all is well in Wonderland, and something, you know, triggers, and it's like, okay, how are we going to deal with this? And when something comes easy after everything has come so hard, then it's really, you know, is this really how it is? So I think there might be an effort for you to actually stay put in whatever this connection is. So I really see whoever's involved in this, as long as it's not toxic or abusive, and I really don't think that it is, but I always say that as a disclaimer. I see you guys really making an effort to understand what's going on and where some of it is coming from and where you guys are now, and I see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel with this. So a lot of the shadow work is going to be in the triggers. So again, acknowledgement, where you've been, where you are right now, and how this really can be different. So I'm getting pulled to the messages from the angels. I think the people involved are afraid of getting lost in the connection as they would have in the past. So this is divine feminine energy coming through. Embrace your magical intuition and nurturing qualities. It's okay to take care of each other. Do you feel like you become everybody's parent? There's a fly. I swear to God, I'm going to start naming that fly. I think it might be the same fly. Don't know how it got in here. I don't have anything that would attract a fly, and yet it's here. I'm going to call it Buzz. Anyway, so what I'm getting in this is you have a lot of divine feminine qualities. There's a lot of divine feminine qualities altogether in this one, and I feel that somebody became the caretaker in here. And I think that it became something that was unhealthy, like you became somebody's parent in the past. And unless that's your actual child, then it's probably not a good thing. So this became the security in the exchange in whatever the connection is. It's solidifying your place if you took care of somebody. So what I'm seeing is being mindful of not enabling those behaviors again, knowing that that person is not going to be that person, but not slipping back into it, because I think that this might actually be the trigger. You slipping in and start being the caregiver of that, just because that might be a love language of yours, you know, like acts of service. And I think that this might be a challenge for you. It's not rude if you don't do something for somebody that they can do for themselves. And I think that that might be a struggle for you. So what are some things to look forward to on the positive? Sacral chakra. I like that. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh item situations and relationships. So I see passion and gentleness. I see heightened emotions, so that's actually really good. And I want you to respect your sensitivities too. You're not too sensitive. You're not too much of anything. And really, I think that it's time that you embody that knowledge. I think that may have been a gaslighting tactic towards you in the past. You're too sensitive. You don't know how to take a joke. Blah, 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 blah. You're in the wrong. Great. No, you're not. You're not in the wrong with this. And I think that you are really going to honor your passions, your sensitivities, and not feel shame for them. Yeah, that's what you have to look forward to. Canceling out that shame. This is the shadow work healing aspect coming into play. You are a very, okay. Okay, so I was watching Merlin earlier. Love that movie. Oh, yes. Morgan Le Fay. She said, yeah. Anyway, so in this, I really see the healing opportunity in getting rid of this mindset that you have to cater yourself to everybody else's women emotions, denying your own feelings. And I think that you're really honoring this aspect about you now, listening to your intuitive feelings. And I really see that I really want this particular card. Okay, these, jeez. You are going to be integrating a lot of new emotional standards in your life. Believe it or not, this is a lesson from not only this life, but past life. Yes, I know I have a lot of cards. Shush. All right, so this, integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and your inner knowingness of what's right for you. Release with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you and your purpose. This is actually part of the shadow work. You might be having reoccurring memories that you haven't thought about in a while, or that, you know, you can't seem to get rid of, but just make you sit there and have secondhand embarrassment all over again, or just a deep feeling of shame. Whatever situation you are going back to, you need to understand that that punishment that you are doing to yourself in the now is not serving you. It is a memory of what is no longer serving you and that you have to heal through. It's coming up to be transmuted right now because it has kept you stagnant numerous times in the past. And I do feel like this may have been something that has been a dark shadow in your life, probably even from what seems to be eons ago. It's coming in to be healed now. This might be generational trauma. You might be healing a family's addictive issue. You might be healing a family's trauma patterns. Whether or not it's blood related, it does not matter. Whatever your growing environment was growing up, whatever the generational follow through is being canceled out right now so that you don't carry it with you. And I think that this is something that you may not have considered, which is why it's lingered for so long. And this is actually asking for Spirit's help in this. Now, I do this with myself. I tell my clients this. When you are having this triggering memory, and it might be something where you and you just like have like a mini freak out, mini panic or anxiety attack, write it out. It's like that song that's stuck in your head that you can't seem to get rid of. You have to listen to it entirely. You don't have to associate yourself physically with it, even though it's probably having a very physical reaction with you. Write out everything completely unfiltered. Nobody is going to rummage through your things to find this and exploit you with it. You need to understand that. Write out every little factor of it, and then write how it's no longer serving you, who you are now, and how you can let this go, and how you forgive yourself for that instance in your life, and that you are no longer going to punish yourself for this. You don't deserve to suffer anymore. You don't have to punish yourself anymore for whatever this triggering memory was. It's time that you really free yourself from it. So with the amazing energies that are coming in, I gotta ask, what do you have to look forward to? We have the world, an entirely new cycle. And then look at what's right under that. Look at this. I cannot wait to see the moon energy for this. Oh, we have justice, we have balance, we have you defending yourself, and I see that you have a way of shutting down, I guess, either those old situations, old memories. You're cutting through to the truth. You're finding yourself. You are truly going through a huge relieving time. So after this, expect a lot of weight to fall off of your shoulders with this. Even with the Justice card, it is Libra energy, but it's also the sign of LB. In losing all of this stress in your life, you actually might lose some weight. This might affect your actual weight right now. So if you gain or lose a few pounds, understand that this is your body actually readjusting to whatever this release and surrendering and healing has been going on. You actually might lose a pound or two. And if you gain it, just know that your body is not fighting things off anymore and that you are taking care of yourself. I don't know why I bring that up right now. It feels really necessary. So healing, a lot of blue energy, speaking, being in your truth. Babe, it's just a ton of healing that you have to look forward to, and a lot of respectful and loving and emotionally engaging connections coming into play. So again, if you have questions about how, about booking a private session, because believe it or not, your individual storyline is way more detailed and intense and in-depth than this, believe it or not. But also, I have a lot of services I provide, so reach out, see what I provide, see what might be right for you. Ask about pricing, ask about sales, ask about availability. Don't forget to include your time zone. I mean it. I really look forward to hearing from you. I do hope that this finds you well. I do hope that you have an amazing day and embrace these changes that are happening. So, all right, until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. I have so much respect for you, your boss. All right, sending you a ton of love. Go have a great day. Bye. Again, this is for October 18th, 2021, also timeless. If you're coming across this, chances are you need a spirit message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. This is a mini general collective, so it might not resonate. Don't ever force these to fit your life. Yeah, we're good to go. What are we doing here? What are we doing? All right. Let's go in from the Rider-Waite. Not really willing to invest in something, eh? All right, what are we not really willing to invest in? Somebody is looking to reconnect with you. Hold up. This is what I'm looking at right now. Hang on. Not really willing to invest in something that is a karmic situation that's looking to be balanced. Something is looking to be balanced in your life, promising that it's going to be different this time. Somebody's coming in really proactive. They want to take another leap of faith with you. You are incredibly grounded. You're not overthinking the situation. I think that you're really looking at this clear-headed. So what I have here, first off, I feel like I have all the elements here. I know I have a few cards. What are you going to do? I'm pulled to whatever I'm pulled to. A lot of this is riding on your nerves. I think your nerves have been shot for a while. Something is coming in for, it does feel like a restoration of balance. You're over the entire thing. I do feel like you've moved on. I do feel like this is a major challenge for you. What's coming up to be addressed. This might be somebody from your past. It doesn't have to be romance. This could be something that I feel like this is probably a person in a very specific situation that you have tried to get right numerous times, tried to approach these people numerous times with no sort of positive outcome for you. So I see that you kind of went and did your own thing. You kind of struck out on your own. Whatever this is, if this is a relationship, if this is a dynamic involving a few people, I see that you're not angry anymore. It is a challenge, but you're not angry anymore. I do feel like you've healed. I do feel like you've moved on. And I do see that you're looking at this compassionately, but I also see that you're not really willing to invest in it. You've moved on, and I think that you're ready for something different. Whatever this may be, feel free to let me know. Congratulations. So, if you're coming across this, we might be getting a message from Rider-Waite. Okay, so something's coming in way too fast. I see something is pumping the brakes. You want more information before you accept whatever this is. Even more sword energy. This is somebody who's very pushy. Who is this? Let's see. All right, Queen of Cups. Somebody who hasn't learned their lesson. Yeah, I feel like somebody is coming in that hasn't really learned their lesson. And I feel like you are, I think that you're starting to really see this about this particular person. Yeah, we have the Justice card here. I think that you're seeing this very plainly for what it is. Listen, let's cut through the chit-chat, cut through the BS. Go. Leave. Back off. I'm not interested. I don't want this. I don't want you. I think that this person's been keeping an eye or tabs on yours, been dwelling on you in this situation. Yeah, I have a lot of cards here again, but this is a really interesting storyline. Definitely check out the Daily Insight on Life and Love, the Daily Tarot and Oracle for October 18th, 2021. This is definitely going to flow into it. I can almost guarantee it. Somebody's coming in very fast, hasty. I think that they have not learned their lessons, yet you have. Whether it's because of this particular person or maybe they were the final straw, but I think that you've seen enough here, and really they haven't changed, and I think that they want to change, but I honestly don't feel like this is something that you need to involve yourself with. I do feel like they're emotionally playing on your heartstrings, and that they see that you've moved on and that you are still moving on. I don't think that you're going to beat around the bush with this particular person or people. I think that you're ready to throw yourself all in an entirely new direction. You are going through a phase of purge, which is great. I think that's probably why these people have shown up, or this person has shown up. People. It's so that you can actually see it from this new mindset of yours and see that you have made the right choice in letting somebody go, or at least keeping them at a distance so they're not a huge influence in your life. You've done a lot of work right here. And I think that you have to take the authority, because I do feel like whoever this was, they may have weaseled their way under your skin numerous times in life. This might be the same type of person with different faces and names, but you're done with this cycle and you are moving on. You're making the active choice. Very cool. Hey there. If you have found your way across this, chances are you need a message from the right away. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. Okay, so yeah, I split the deck. We have the World. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We'll take it. All right, what about this? I see a huge chance coming up that you should be taking. What is this? What? Why? Okay. All right. Okay, so I know I said you should be taking this. Maybe not. Oh, there's nothing to be gained from whatever this opportunity is that's coming in. You are an entirely new path. And right now we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of uncertainty around it. I think there's a lot of wondering if this is real or not. And I feel like you probably feel it kind of alone in making this decision. You're holding yourself back. We have two knights here. Both are in reverse. You are nervous and insecure about this opportunity, potentially. I'm going to say potentially insecure. The nerves, definitely there. Not sure if you can do it, if you even want to do it. This is a major opportunity, but you don't feel like you have enough information about this. You're not going to allow yourself to get too excited, and you're not going to allow yourself to invest in too much. So you're going to see exactly how you can tiptoe around this and what Spirit is going to reveal to you about this. I feel like that's a bad idea. So I am actually going to make this a two-parter. We have the Knight of Cups here in reverse. Okay, so this is actually really good, but you're scared and it seems like you're sabotaging it. So why? Maybe you feel like it's too much, and maybe that this is not what you want. All right, so okay. All right, yeah. This is a karmic situation. Good God. I know, I'm just as exasperated as you are with this. So, this is definitely a two-parter. Okay. Huge. You are in the swing of things. Right direction. Everything is working in your favor. Something is coming along that I think you really don't know how to walk your way around. I do feel like there is something that is connected to you in this, and that you don't want to get excited. You don't want to invest in it. You want to see how it reveals itself. Check out the mini reads with this that are included in this batch, and also check out the Daily Tarot and Oracle for October 18th, 2021. You're dealing with a karmic situation rearing its head again. I don't want to say it's an ugly head. I do feel like there's been a lot of care here, but it's something where the other person has not changed, and I still see that they're dealing with a lot of instability, I feel like they're dealing with a lot of hardship in their life, and it's like you are a lifeline. You are something that is an indicator of stability for them. I don't feel like there's a lot of hope for this situation, unfortunately. I do feel like it is a third-party situation. I also feel like it's karmic. I also feel like the reason why they're coming back to you, aside from the sense of stability, you have been in their peripherals all along. You have been a talisman to whoever this energy is. And I think that you could actually be really good for them if they could get out of their own way. But they aren't, so it's not. And honestly, I feel like you taking a very stone cold, sobering look at them, this isn't what you want. You see how wishy-washy they are. I feel like you have outgrown it. And I'm not talking crap about these energies. I feel like they are reactive and probably coming from a place of fear. You're not the rescuer. You cannot rescue these people. In these situations, they have got to do it themselves. And again, it doesn't really look like this particular person or persons are stable enough in their own mindset and drive to do it. I feel like it's scattered about. It does feel rather hopeless, but I do feel like these people tend to make a lot of promise to you. They won't be able to fulfill it, and it's not because they don't care or that they don't want to. I just don't think that they lack the drive here. And I think that your self-preservation is about to be validated. Just because they care and they want to doesn't mean that they can and that you want it anymore. You have moved on. So I think that this is tying off a loose end. Which also means that there's probably something bigger coming in store for you. Hey there, gorgeous. If you found your way across this, you probably need a message. Bottom of the deck. Somebody who wants the truth and who sees the truth, but wants you to actually tell the truth. Not maybe you. You might actually be the Queen of Swords. Something is coming in to cut through all the BS. And I think that this is a very wild and free kind of energy. Oh God, I always go to the crown, look at her. Again, I don't care about the gender. Look, it looks like butterflies on it. What is this in the background? Okay, that was just a mark on the card above the bird. Okay, so this huge change and metamorphosis, everything that has made you come unglued in your life, and you have come back together, and now you wear all of that evolvement as your crown, and it has truly set you free from a lot of outdated mindsets, standards, and boundaries that you have had on yourself, not others. I do see that you are keeping people at a distance so that you can actually get the truth from them. You don't want to be clouded anymore. Notice how the clouds are deep in the background. You're not going to be clouded. You are rising above the challenge. I think that you're rising above whatever challenge life is presenting to you right now. I think that you are open to hearing, but you will not be deceived. I love that. She has a very stern face. Doesn't mean that she's heartless. And what's so interesting about that, let me say this. The people who seem to be the most protective, calloused, and stern are often the most sensitive creatures who have been through excruciating amounts of disappointment. So while I don't agree that, you know, your preservations become your walls, this is what has happened in those. So this is somebody who has constructed those barriers as walls, and she's rising above this. I think that this is a softening time for them because they're open to hearing it, but they're not willing to just go with the story. They're like, I'm not going to be fooled again. And you're really not. So whatever is hastily trying to get involved in your life is, well, it's going to be rejected. So what I'm seeing here, you're not as hard as you are being perceived right now. I think that this is just because of the challenge. I do feel like you still have this beautiful feeling and just emotional heart. I just feel like this particular challenge, you're not going to let it get under your skin again. That's why it's coming off as stern and the walls, because I think that this has been a ongoing thing with you. I do feel like you've been excruciatingly hurt. I think that you've come out the other side of it. I think that it's also taken you a very long time to do this. You are ready for the next phase in life, but you are not ready to take a tag along with you. And I do feel like you are still recovering from this Five of Pentacles energy. This, what's going on now, is going to be another round of healing for you. So what is this card that is poking my hand right now? Okay, so we have the Fool. You're setting on a new journey. I do feel like it's innocence. I do feel like it's going to be a lot of work because we have the Eight of Pentacles. You have every tool imaginable, and you're not going to hold yourself moving forward. You're not going to hold yourself back moving forward. I genuinely love this. I also feel like you're not afraid of the hard work. So, all right. This is a work as you go type deal. I don't see you leaving a lot of things in your wake. I see that you are ready for the success that life is going to be offering, as far as, well, we'll see. Geez, fine. The new connections and opportunities that are going to be coming in are going to be something that I don't think that you ever really thought about being possible. I also think that this is going to be a lot of additives in your life. Like, you had this base idea and it comes with all of these awesome little toppings, and you're like, all of this for me? Yeah, babe, it's for you. I can't say that I feel bad that it's getting so good, because you're losing a lot of stress in your life and you're gaining a lot of passion. So this hurdle, this particular person that is coming in, that you are letting go, because I see the sternness coming from you. You've done too much work to go back right now. Well, at all. You've done too much work to go back to whatever this is. I think you're going to be saying your final goodbyes. And I see that you aren't going to hold yourself back from experiencing something great. And I think that once this makes its appearance to you, it'll be such a relief for you. I think that you'll also have a physical change going on. This might be a three-parter. So this, I see very passionate new beginning. All right, so I'm actually going to shuffle these in because I have a plethora of cards going on with this storyline right here. All right, I know, this is a long one. Wait, I can't, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna have to write in the video. 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. All right, so what is this? It's talking about the breakup and the disunion, and you having to discover who you are on your own before this particular energy can come in. This may point to you giving too much of yourself away, which it would make sense. Yeah, you gave yourself away to too much of what you don't want. That makes sense. Here we go with this. You really need to be kinder and gentler to yourself. So the Two of Cups energy is after you have rejected yourself enough. I do feel like some aspects of you have changed to make these connections work. And for what? I'm not sure. Again, these don't have to be romantic. This could very well be, you know, family dynamics, friendship dynamics, you changing yourself to be part of a tribe that really wasn't doing anything for you. It really showed you everything that you're not. So that level of self-rejection and coming in, I think that you had to learn how to focus on yourself and be really compassionate and caring with yourself, and to Well, what I see here is strike out on your own without anybody having any sort of influence, because I do feel like you were striving for that sense of companionship or that sense of belonging, but too much of yourself sacrificed to where it wasn't you. And you had to find yourself again and put yourself back on the throne and be the high priestess. So what I'm seeing with that is you had a lot to learn about yourself and why you're giving so much of yourself away, why you put yourself in such situations, and why you made yourself either like or dislike or totally abandon yourself in this one. And to find out what you actually do like, what you are willing to accept, and what is worthy of that with you in your life, whether it's a relationship or a companionship or a friendship or a familyship or a careership, whatever the case may be. It had to be authentically you, and you had to find that authentic sense of self in yourself. Good work.